Welcome to my instructional video. As we were taking this course and as I was preparing to make my final project, I thought, what better way to make an instructional video than to make one on how to shoot great video. First tip, be aware of what's in your viewfinder at all times, or your picture frame. When you're looking through the viewfinder, a lot of times we simply focus on the subject that we're shooting, and sometimes we forget to pay attention to what's going on around us. There may be things flashing, there may be people walking by behind us, I don't know, a lot of things can go on. It's alright if you're aware of what's going on, but the worst thing that can happen is when you shoot your subject and you go back to review your video and there's somebody making bunny ears behind your subject, or there's something flying through that can ruin your shot. So being aware of what's in your frame is extremely important. A good rule to follow when you're shooting video to make sure that you have enough time before and after the shot to edit is to allow yourself 3 seconds before and 3 seconds after. So when you start your shot, count out in your head 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Shoot your shot, and before you're done, count in your head 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, before the subject moves away and before you stop recording. That way when you sit down to edit, you're going to guarantee yourself that you'll have enough space to edit it properly. Another thing to consider when you're shooting video, besides the video itself, is the audio. What do you hear? What's going on around you? Now right now I'm shooting this film with just the internal microphone on my camera. So it's probably picking up a lot of background noise. You'd be surprised how much background noise a camcorder microphone can actually pick up. So short of going out and spending $500 on a wireless lapel microphone that's going to pick up just me talking, I chose to shoot this video just with the camera microphone. But I'm also in a room where there's not much noise, there's not much going on behind me. Now I can't guarantee that you might not hear some screaming children outside or a car honking its horn, but for this project it'll do. Now one final area that people really don't think about when you're shooting video. Safety. Now you may be saying, how does video and safety go together? First and foremost, don't shoot video while you're driving. I can't tell you the number of videos I've seen on YouTube where people are just filming while they're driving down the road and creating unsafe situations for themselves and the people around them. Don't do it ever. Another thing to consider is be aware of your surroundings. Now I'm not talking about what's in your viewfinder or on your camera, I'm talking about what's around you. Sometimes we can get so focused on the video we're shooting, especially if we're making a moving shot, we may not see the dangers that are around us. I don't want to see someone take their camera and walk through a lane of traffic or fall into a hole or trip themselves or injure themselves. So taking a moment to survey what's around us before we start shooting, especially if we're doing a moving shot, or if we're standing on the edge of the road, or whatever the case might be. There's 1,000 different examples I could give here. Stop, take a minute, survey what's around you, and make sure that it's going to be safe to shoot. Have you taken the time to think about the laws, the policies, and the rules that regulate the area that you're shooting in? Federal buildings don't allow you to shoot inside. Local municipalities may have rules against shooting video in certain areas. And private property means private property. You don't have the right to simply walk onto someone else's property because you think it's going to give you the perfect shot. So being aware of the rules and the regulations of the area that you're shooting in is also key. As a teacher in the district that I work in, there's a policy in place that doesn't allow me or any other teacher to shoot video of students in a classroom and then distribute it in any way without first getting permission of the parents. Now let me throw in a legal disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer, and the advice that I just dispensed to you was not legal advice. What I do encourage you to do is be aware of the situations and the places that you're going to shoot in. Find out if you need permission before you can shoot your video, because the last thing you want to do is not be able to use the video that you've shot if it's really good, when all it would have taken was to get a simple yes from somebody before you chose to shoot, distribute, or publish the video.